Hello, my name is McKenna. I'm a small business owner in the Pacific Northwest, and I own and run the small business Palm Creative. And I like to take you guys along with me for weekly studio vlogs, vendor market vlogs, and additional small business content. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Let's get into the first week of a new year. Let's get into 2025. I've been talking about doing a rebrand, and at the moment, I'm not going to be pushing forward with that. It is just me doing a lot of research, looking into products. I've gotten into 3 markets today. Hello friends, welcome to, oh my gosh, the new year. It feels very weird that I had a break from vlogging. A little strange, since I was doing it every single week for almost a year. But I think a little break was necessary, and I'm happy to be back. I was itching to be back. I definitely didn't take the time I probably should have off because, yeah, it's me. So anyway, that being said, I did take some time, and I did do some things like play The Sims, have other things going on, go see friends, and yeah, so it was good, and it was a nice little break, but I'm definitely itching to be back in the studio. It's completely different. If you didn't watch the studio vlog, or not the studio vlog, if you didn't watch the studio tour and revamp, we completely changed this room. So we have a new look for a new year. I'm very excited about how it feels. I still haven't got to do the full being in the space when it's busy, obviously, since it was the holidays. I did just get the website back up, so we are back running, ready for all the orders to come in. I went through and did a huge sweep of products and put a ton of stuff on sale. So if you've been waiting for something to go on sale, go check it out, because those products that are in the sale section of the website, they won't be coming back. So I'm slowly figuring out what I want to do. I've been talking about, if you're new here, you probably don't know this, but if you're returning, I've been talking about doing a rebrand, and at the moment, I'm not going to be pushing forward with that just because so many things are happening all at once, and I just don't know if it's the right time to do that. That being said, it could change literally next week, but so many applications for markets are coming in already, and I just was like, I don't have the time. I want to put a lot of thought and, intention behind a rebrand, and I was just like, doing that right now, even though I had started on that, I did do some design work for it and come up with names, and I did post on Instagram, and you guys were super helpful over there with some name ideas I had and some concepts, and it really did help me kind of work through my process. I have been thinking about moving more towards bookish items, but when I did the polls, people were like, we want the variety. So for now, the variety style, it should stay, I guess. But I do have a problem because all of my products I'm working on for these upcoming launches are all book related, so we'll see. But basically, I'm in a point of, it's the new year, a ton of applications are open right now for markets, and I just don't have the time to do a full change and then pitch it to markets. I need to just Palm Creative, we shall stay for, a while longer. But other things that have been going on, I'm working on a ton of product design work, mostly just planning out launches and figuring out, I'm trying to plan them out quarterly instead of just kind of monthly, which is what I used to do, and I've always done it that way, but I'm going to try quarterly, and hopefully that's a little bit easier for my brain too, to kind of break it up into 4 sections compared to 12 sections in my brain. But yeah, there's a lot going on in the shop today. This morning I got up early, we got the website back up, I did some emailing, I've been dealing with some market stuff. There's already so, if you're thinking about doing markets, definitely make sure you're checking application dates, because some of these are already coming up and it's just insane to me. We already have a couple market acceptances, and I'm kind of making decisions on what I want to prioritize. Last year was the year of the markets, and this year is kind of still that, but I really need to focus on my online sales as well as just increasing my product lines, and I feel like at a certain point last year I got so busy with markets that it was hard to make new designs that I was really proud of. There's obviously a ton that I am very proud of, and it's been a big year of growth last year, and so going into this year I just have some different priorities, and so I'm trying to make sure I'm still following what has been working for the shop and also improving it. That being said, there has been this is very much on the down low. I haven't shared this on Instagram, so this is exclusive to you guys. A big dream of mine is to have a brick and mortar, and so we're, very early stages of kind of looking. On January 1st, I went and checked out a space. It was really cool. It was not in Seattle, it's in Tacoma, but I just felt like it wasn't the right space and the right vibe for me. As much as it looked like it could be, it was connected to a bookstore. It just seemed like the vibe. But I do really want to have also a book almost store, if that makes sense, with my shop. And so this wouldn't work, and also the vibe of the retail. It was just not the vibe, and it was also making it so we would be moving to Tacoma. So it was something exciting to just kind of consider. Right now we're in the consideration process. Obviously it's a lot of money, and figuring that out and figuring out if that's like the vibe of what I want to do, or if we want to keep the flexibility of here in the studio and, pop-up markets and stuff. But it is the thing that I've been asked the most last year, and so it is something I've been looking into. There is a cool space that I might be checking out. I might take you guys with me in the next week, but we'll see. It is definitely in the early stages, and it's definitely like, is this crazy? But I wanted to be honest and share this little thing that's happening. But anyway, today I'm going to be doing a deep dive into markets. We're going to be looking for events. We're going to make some decisions on events because I've already gotten some applications that have already come through with acceptances, which is great. However, it means we have to pay fees immediately. And I think that's definitely probably the hardest part. I feel like when you're making decisions on markets is deciding, do I want to pay that money right now? Do I want to be, jumping into that commitment when it's so far away? Like all these markets that I'm looking at are in like late spring, summer, it's crazy to spend, $300 for something that's in July. So we're in that zone, we're figuring it out. And yeah, I'm very excited for this year, you guys. I'm very excited for what's to come. I am going to be doing things a little differently, hopefully, on this channel, and I'd love to know what specifically videos you guys would want to see. I want to do a market series to help you guys out. I get so many market questions and it's hard to answer everybody, so we're gonna just do it in one video. So if you have market questions, make sure to say below, or any video requests that you would like to see. So now we're gonna talk about what I have on the docket today, and then we're just gonna get into the day. So already on my to-do, I did get a new planner, by the way. So we are using Notion as usual. I am not using, what was the other one I was going to use? There was another program I was looking at that I was talking to you guys about, I think in the last vlog. But right now we are just using Notion. I built out a really great board, and I'm very happy with how it's going so far. But I also got a planner because I want to have it on my desk. Here, let me show you the front so you can see how cute it is. I recommend, honestly, if you're trying to find a cute planner, I always go to like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, or Home Goods. That's where I've always found my planners, and I'm a really picky planner person. I need it to be a specific type of layout, or there needs to be enough space for everything I need to write down. And I like to have extra things like at the bottom, like this one has like this week's goals, and it has like a lot of other things in this. And I wasn't gonna have a planner, but I want something that's on my desk that I can look at my daily tasks and not have to look at a tab, because I feel like I sometimes kind of like forget to look. Maybe if I had it set up where it's like always in a corner, but I look at my main like goals and my quarterly goals, and those are kind of up, and my market schedule and all of that. And if you want to check out the full Notion and my goals for this year video, it is up now, so you can watch it. I go deep dive into everything. But anyway, today we had to reopen the Etsy account and my website. Etsy, I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to move forward with keeping it open. So for now, it is up and it is live. I discounted all these items that I'm going to be discontinuing. I'm officially decided postcards They're dead to me. They're not coming back. I'm not designing new ones for now. I might move into greeting cards. I really want to bring in, tons of people want notepads, and that's been something, that's been a dream I've had to have notepads and notebooks. So that is on the agenda this year. But to make room for things, some products need to die. Postcards are dead to us. They're on sale though, if you want them. I'm gonna start vlogging again. We're here. That's already, check that off, because I was like, I need to start talking to the camera. We need to post part 3 of the studio reveal. I've been posting reels and I need to edit and finish part 3. That needs to go up today. I need to clean up all my folders and my phone. Like digitally, I'm a mess. Now that the office is clean, I'm like, oh, this feels great. Digitally, disaster. Folders are messy, everything's a mess. I want to move things off of the computer and onto drives that I'm not using. So yeah, that's something that's probably gonna be ongoing this week because it's like a huge task. And then we're gonna plan content for the week, and I'm gonna add apply to markets. So yeah, we have a lot to accomplish as usual. I also want to work on launch plans because I do have quite a bit to figure out. I'm aiming to do 2 launches a quarter, or might be doing 1 big launch and then a few little ones. I've kind of been back and forth on this because I have a ton of products that don't really fit into like a genre that I want to have like I'm designing and working on, and I just don't know. I feel like I need to figure that out. So anyway, that's where I'm at today. Welcome to the studio. Let's just get into it. I know I've been blabbing, but I just missed you guys so much. I was hoping to not blab so much in these vlogs, but let me know if you like my talking because I feel like I talk a lot. Let's get into this Monday. Currently I am going through and applying for some markets, and I'm realizing that I need to go and start organizing my documents, because this is a huge tip, and like obvious, like some people might be like, this is obvious, but you know, if you're new to markets and you're wanting to apply to a lot of them, or you just want to have things on hand for when you get asked for things, make sure to make like a folder on your computer that's literally booth pictures, product photos, and have like a note in your computer or like a Word or whatever, Google Doc, whatever you use, and literally have like a description of your business, have a description of your products, and your design process, because I feel like that's mostly the questions you get asked, and it's nice to not have to not to recycle every time, but to not have to rewrite everything every time you apply to something. Because a lot of these, obviously, they're not interacting. They're not going to know if you're like copy pasting the same answer. Like a lot of these always ask description of your products. Tell us about your business. That just helps you like apply faster. I feel like sometimes people get overwhelmed because it's like when you get asked like a billion questions, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so obnoxious. But you know, that's my tip, is have everything ready. And that's what I'm realizing. I need to update my market one, because honestly a lot of the photos are pretty, like I add things frequently, but I would say like a lot of these product photos that I had in this folder are from early last year, and they're completely different, and my booth looks completely different than what it is in the folder. So that's my hot market tip. Yeah, but I'm working on applications. I think what I'm gonna do now is organize some files. It's gonna be a process. I might put like who should I watch today? Like I might put up a vlog to watch while I do this, because it's gonna be hefty. It's gonna be hefty. Ugh. I was a big mess this year with my files, so let's see. Okay, little update. So I am organizing my files, making it look real good. But in the time I've been sitting here, I've gotten into 3 markets today, which is crazy. And I'm also looking at some other events, but y'all, Seattle prices for these markets insane. Like, they're so expensive. So I'm trying to figure out what to do, because these are all events that are like literally in July or further off. The two that I just got into, they're in March and they'll be my first markets. I was back and forth if I was gonna do them, but then I got off a wait list, so I'm like, well, we'll do it. We'll see how it goes. They're very small and they're at breweries, but I feel like that's a good way to start market season. But yeah, the rest of these I'm like, but they're huge events and they're multi-day events, and I'm like, well, the dollars, you know. But I'm excited to see, you know, if these will be worth it in the long term. Obviously it's scary up front to spend this kind of money on events, because I don't even have the inventory. Like, it's just like so far away. Like, this is crazy. But then I'm like, I guess it's paid for, and then, you know, we'll make that money back. But it does feel a little spooky at the moment. But that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm organizing files and trying to figure out if I need all these on my desktop or if they can all be on a drive away from me. You know what I mean? I just feel like I always want everything available even when I don't use it, like, ever. So anyway, that's where I'm at with this organization. So I wanted to show you guys my mess of my files so you can understand why I'm doing this right now, because it's pretty bad. So this is the disaster that is supposed to be my very organized branding folder. And this is the new one that I'm organizing right now. So it's all gonna be super organized. When I started the year off last year, it was super organized. It's so bad. Anyway, I'm gonna keep working on this, and then I think I'm gonna take a lunch break and then get back into this disaster. I want to get more markets applications done because I feel like there's just a lot coming up that are due. I'm just feeling very anxious about paying for it. It just seems like a lot. One of my friends just messaged me about this because I posted on my Instagram just being like, it's crazy we have to shell out all this money on top of like Q4 taxes that are due at the end of the month, and then like January is our slowest month as a business for everybody, I think. I don't know. It's wild, y'all. We'll figure it out, but it's very stressful. Hello friends, happy Tuesday and welcome to another day in the studio. So today we have quite a bit to accomplish. Last night I went through and organized all of my files, so that was good. It's done. It was a mess. I did make my market folders too with my booth photos and my product photos. I need to rename everything, organize a little bit more, and maybe add a couple more pictures, and then I can just pull from those for markets, and I'm very excited about that. It makes my life a lot easier. You should definitely do it if you're applying to markets or events or anything that requires you to submit photos. It makes it so much easier than going through your phone every time being like, I don't know which one to send. Just pick your best ones, put it in a folder, apply. Yeah, and so I applied to some more markets. We did that. It's been a very productive day yesterday. Today we have a lot on the agenda. I really need to make official launch plans. I have like my main one that I want to work on, but I do need to figure out, I want to order things, I want to have products for certain events, and so we really need to sit down and make those decisions and officially start working on them and like get my color palettes ready, figure out everything that comes into that. I also need to do some social media stuff. I need to content plan quite a bit. I feel like I'm feeling a little bit of a content slump and I just don't have time for that. I also am going to be switching the account that I'll be posting to on TikTok. So if you could follow me over there, here is the account that I'll be posting from now on. It is a new account. It is connected to my TikTok account, or my TikTok shop account. My old account is basically just in like this shadow ban, and it's been like that for over a year, and it's just, I've had a lot of issues with the account, and even though I'm very frustrated about the lack of, there's just a lot going on in that account, and I love everyone over there, and I'm so upset that like this is what I'm gonna have to do to be able to grow on TikTok, even though TikTok might die in a few weeks, but you know, we're gonna try. It's just been like shadow ban hell, and I can't deal with it anymore because anything and everything I post gets like 2 views, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong because I'm seeing the same type of content being successful, and I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with my account and it's doing well on Reels. It's just not getting the push. it's not getting the push. So anyway, that is the plan. I need to go check on my animals because they're being really annoying today already, and I'm very anxious about that because it's only 9:30. So I'm gonna make my plan for the day, and then I'm going to start working and just getting into the day. Hopefully it's a very productive one and a very good one. Let's hope. So right now I am going through and updating all of my apparel inventory. Eli was so sweet and he went through all of our bins and did a full count. I still need to go downstairs and do a full blank inventory, but at least for right now I can get everything that's already made and have it updated. I used to do it more where I had the blanks accounted for too, but it's hard to track that among so many apps since we use Shopify, there's TikTok Shop, there's Etsy. I'm not sure, Etsy's kind of hard with apparel. I feel like even though I buy apparel, it's just not like a common thing, or people really price it super low and I just can't keep up with those prices, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. We keep our inventory right now on Notion, which, you know, I talk about Notion a lot because it's so helpful and I think it's a great app to use. I like that it connects to everything, and so basically when we do a big like spreadsheet of inventory, I take that and then I update everything. It's just too hard to go through apps and go one by one. It takes forever. So we just have like a spreadsheet in Notion and then we update it there, and then I go through all my apps and update it on there. And it kind of looks like this. I can show you. It's very simple. So I just made these, you know, grids basically, and we have our sizes up to 4XL. 3XL with crew necks, and then we go down here and these are going to be our discontinued ones that I need to track as well until we run out. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to kind of get an idea of how I want to update my TikTok shop as well. So we're doing a little bit of both at the same time. Hopefully this doesn't take too long because I have other stuff to do, but I do need to do this. It is a priority. It's just a very annoying task. Update for what's going on. So it's 2:40 right now. I had lunch. I scrolled a little too much on TikTok. I also shot on my to-do list today was to get my small business goals video done, like my business plan for 2025. So that's done. So now I can put that into drafting. Wonderful. Which is great because I was feeling a little stressed about getting that video filmed. I need to edit it, obviously. But anyway, that's what we're up to. I'm definitely in a very distracted vibe today. Honestly, just in general, because I literally cannot wait for Onyx Storm to come out, you guys. I'm a big Fourth Wing fan, and I'm like that sucker though that's like, when I'm a big fan of something, I will eat up any content, anything that somebody's posting. And I guess Apple, which I didn't know this till after I already read it, so now I feel bad. I usually try not to read leaks unless it's like an approved, you know, like post from somebody. But anyway, everyone was like, oh, like Apple just put it out, and so it's on TikTok. And so I was like, oh, if Apple released like the first couple chapters, so I just read them. we're gonna be in for it for this book. Like, I don't think you understand. I don't know how I'm gonna work outside of reading that book. I think it's gonna be like I'm gonna be a book monster. And that's it. Labby is like rolling all over. That's what that noise is. If you heard her little collar. What are you doing? You weirdo. Anyway, her paws got stuck. I'm just so excited for it. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out the rest of my day because I am feeling I was feeling so motivated and now I feel so unmotivated, and I know I need to work past that. So I'm trying to figure out a task that I can do that's like still productive and worth my time, but also maybe not too strenuous. I am trying to be kinder to myself this year. I feel like I definitely overworked myself last year, but it's very difficult. All I want to do is focus on like Fourth Wing, so that's a problem. I also am very distracted by my side projects that I'm working on right now. As I said, well, I don't know if I said it in this, now I'm like, if you watch the 2025 video on my mood board, my goals list, which I'll quickly show you guys here. I'm not going to get into detail, you can watch the full detail. So this is going to be hanging up in my office. One of my biggest goals personally is this one. I don't know if you can see it. It's probably not focusing. Is it focusing? I swear. It's like, no. So yeah, that's one of my big goals for this year. This is kind of like old lore, I guess, into my life. I like saying lore, I think it's funny. But when I was 14, I started writing a fantasy novel that was a series, and I came up with the idea and I was like, wow, it was such a good idea. And then I worked on it and I wrote a book and tried to get it published when I spent years on it, and I decided to finish it when I was 17. And I like literally spent a summer finishing the book and tried to get it published. Looking back, terrible idea. You know, like there's a lot of problems with the original. I was a teenager, my writing was not good. So now coming back to it at 30, I feel very strange and weird about it. I'm very excited. I am changing a lot of it, but the overall plot is still there. And the characters, so I am very excited. Still fantasy. I'm trying still to decide. Originally it was a young adult series, and I don't know if that will continue. It might be written for adults, but you know, we're just in the like, I'm in outlining, jumped right into it. I am already 18,000 words in, so like 60 pages into this endeavor. My original one was 400 pages, 300 pages. So I'm like, I know I can do it, and that's why I'm like, well, but I'm a little distracted by that too, because I kind of want to work on that instead of my shop, and that's not good. I need to work on the shop because that's what's paying the bills right now. But anyway, that's my side project that I hinted at last year heavily if you follow me on Instagram, and it's been really fun. But anyway, we need to focus back in on the business because, good lord, I don't know, it's just feeling weird. I did order, I don't know if I already said this in the vlog, I did order more books. So we have more books coming for our book bundles, and I need to do a couple like more thrift lookings. I haven't had any luck anywhere lately. The copies I've been finding are just too damaged, and I usually try to buy new condition books when I can, and so yeah, I need to do some thrifting eventually. This week though, it is just me home. Eli is working all week and next week, so I don't have the car, so I'm like, I don't know how to get this going. Anyway, I'm gonna go through my list of things that I wanted to accomplish today. Let's see. I wanted to apply to more markets, I wanted a content plan, and a launch plan. So those are kind of big things to work on. I did write out a whole bunch of content ideas. I could still keep working on that and then plan out the calendar. But yeah, I'm just having a rough time with like the vibes. I don't know, I need to like work past it. It's just been like a really weird start of the year, and I need to like just focus in and do what I can control, which is the hardest thing I think. When you're got a lot going on, you just want to like focus on the things you can't control because you want it to change, but I can only do what I can control. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to this and hopefully come up with everything. Right now I'm again covered in animals They're being so clingy, and that's the other thing. I'm just overstimulated, I think, today, and I kind of just want to, like, I wish I could just shut the door and be in silence. Unfortunately, that is not our vibe today. But I do need to figure out social media, because I should post something today, so let me think on that, and hopefully I come up with something. So I decided we should make some coffee, because I feel like it. Only thing that sucks is I'm out of oat milk, so we're just gonna make, I was like, what am I making? We're gonna use the Chemex, so we're just gonna make some coffee, and I'll just put some creamer in it. I know creamer is like the worst for you, but I love her, and I will stand by that. So let's make some coffee, I guess, together. Our cactus is sitting on the coffee bar because it kept getting knocked over in the spot it was, so we gotta find a new place for it. So apparently it's on the coffee bar. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. This is the creamer I use. It's so sugary. Don't judge me for my decisions. Here it is. Like, I love her. She's been my favorite for years. I don't know what to say. You know, it's fine. Everything will be fine. Okay, we have the goods. Oh, it's so dark. Woof, you guys. I just don't know what's going on with me. I'm honestly just waiting. I'm just having a hard time with the animals, and I'm trying to not let it get to me, but it's not easy today. I don't know. it's really rough to do that. But I mean, I'm getting things done. It's just not as quickly as I'm used to, which is just what it is. Anyway, we have coffee now. The vibes are trying to reset. I posted... Girl. Oh my god. It's so annoying. I love them so much, but I just want like an hour of uninterrupted like thinking time that's not just like something with them, and they're just not into it today. Ugh. I don't know how, if anyone has kids, I don't know how you guys do it, because I can barely handle my life with these little menaces. Anyway, we're doing it. We're doing the things. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna work on product stuff and work on my idea boards for new products. I think right now I'm gonna focus on notepads, because I've been asked quite a bit about that, and it's something I really wanted last year, and I really want to have a cute little like pen bar of different colored pens you guys can pick from. So that's something I'm very excited about having. I don't know why this is being so stupid. Anywho, so I'm gonna work on product design stuff and answer some emails that I've been kind of avoiding today. They're all like it's fine. It's just stuff that I'm like, oh, I have to make decisions, and it's exhausting. And then I think I'm gonna probably switch back to the content creation plan. I think honestly most of my work's gonna get done after Eli gets home tonight, which is a freaking bummer, and I don't know how else to do this. I might see if Lavender will just take a nap soon and maybe Taco will leave me alone. I don't know. I don't want to have to go work out in the living room, but maybe that is the answer to everything. I don't know. But we're trying to get things done. We're doing it. update because there's a lot going on. I am having another cup of coffee at 5 o'clock, so I don't know what I'm doing, but it's gonna be a late night. So right now I am trying to figure out, so I've been talking about doing licensing for, here, let me switch angles because I feel like we've been looking at the same angle for a hot minute. I've been looking at licensing for a hot minute for some popular books that I personally love and I'm huge fans of, and I've been trying to wait. Basically, anyway, let's talk about licensing really quick because this is something I'm new to and I haven't even gone through the official processing of it. I just know what I need to do. So I've reached out to both Sarah J. Maas's team and Rebecca Yaros for Fourth Wing's team. I already know my process of things that I need to do for Sarah J. Maas. It's gonna probably take a while to get anything approved, and I've been kind of feeling intimidated by it, and for a while I decided not to do anything because I was like, well, you know, like at the time I was looking into it, bookish stuff wasn't like my huge seller, and now it is, and I've been asked so many times about it in person and online, and so I really need to focus on design work and making the official like collection to pitch them. Because the process is so long, I just want to make sure I have the items I'm like 100% ready to go, happy with, because it does take time to get everything approved. That being said, Rebecca Yaros's team has had only one time had up like a official licensing thing, and I just hadn't reached out because on their website it was very clear that they weren't accepting new ones, and I'm hoping that that's going to change since the new book will be out so soon. And so now I'm kind of like, shit. I should have emailed them before, but on their website it was just like, oh, we're not doing it, and then now there's an email that's there. So I did email them. We'll see if that is even a possibility. I basically reached out just like, hey, what's the process? Is that even something that will be accepted this year for approval or what? My plan right now, I think, because I've been asked so many times and I love Fourth Wing so much, I think I started working on my design ideas. I haven't sketched it out yet, but I'm just writing down everything that I've had on my brain. And then if I can't get an approval for designs, I'm going to make non-specific dragon type stuff that will be like kind of like my fairy smut. Everyone assumes it's ACOTAR related, even though it's like technically a generic like fairy smut. So I think we can get away with that. Like there's a line of fandom art and licensing and everything, and so I started making a list. I am making my like dream list of things. I have some really good ideas, and I really hope I can get into the process with that. But it is scary because it's like you have to pitch everything you want to get approved like at once, and so that's where I'm hitting like a little bit of a like, how crazy do I go with a collection? Also, if they even approve anything, you know, like it's pretty scary to like put a lot of work into something and then you don't even know if you're gonna get in. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at as far as what I'm working on. I'm basically just working on that. I'm tempted to start, this is so bad, you guys. I'm literally obsessed with rereading the same type of things over and over. Oh. Anyway, so now that the dogs are stopped not barking, so that's what's kind of curing my distraction brain right now, is to work on this specific idea. I am just trying to figure out that I'm like, okay, what do we do if we can't if we can't get things approved? But I'm literally so excited for Onyx Storm, you guys. Like I can't, I'm so excited. Anyway, I'm going to get back to working on this. I got distracted by looking at Fourth Wing things. Anyway, so that's kind of where I'm processing the legality side of this. It's just a lot of approval, a lot of waiting, and then you do have to pay basically like fees, and you only get like a certain amount of like inventory that you can sell. Like I think for Sarah J. Maas it's usually like 500 units, and then you have to like reach out to them to get that upped. Granted, if that was happening to me, if I hit 500, I would be so happy. That never, like I don't sell, like I said last year we sold 5,000 items, but like that was over a lot of products. I can't imagine selling that much in like a couple products though. That'd be pretty crazy. Anyway, that's where we're at right now. I'm just in Notion, I'm just online looking and looking. I know this is not a very exciting vlog so far because it's just getting back into it and working on product design. But hopefully, I'm gonna charge all of my iPad stuff, so hopefully I can actually use it tomorrow. We'll see. Tonight I think I'm going to stay up late working on this kind of stuff though, because I just have had a very distracting day with, like, even right now, like Lavender's playing with her bed right now. It's just been so distracting. So Eli's supposed to be home soon, and I think I'm gonna get in like sweatpants and get cozy and then continue to work on shop stuff. I'm feeling really good though, like even though it's been a little frustrating today, I'm feeling real stinking good. You know what, actually I have a really random thing to show you guys now that I'm thinking about it. I think I showed these in a previous vlog, but I'm trying to decide if this is something I want to do. I feel like it's kind of potentially wasteful, and if I did this I would probably find better ones of these. But basically, for the holiday shop that I just did, we didn't make a ton of money. I think we sold, I mean, it was like a good amount because everything I was selling was small items. Sorry, Lavender's doing something. What are you doing? Hey! Are you tearing up your bed? She's crazy. Oh no, I think, oh, she's ripping up her bed. Goodness gracious. Anyway, this is the worst when they're home. I made packaging for my bookmarks, so it was easier for the shop to ring things up because I had to put a little barcode thing on it and like the price. I did have a little bit of higher prices on things in the shop, so then I could pay the fees, so that's why it's $4. Online it is $3, and at markets it's $3. But anyway, I'm trying to decide if we like labels. Like, is this cute or do we not? The only reason I'm thinking this is because if I start doing more wholesale, it's nice to have like branding and a place for them if they want to like put a hole in it or, you know, whatever. The only thing is like it kind of feels wasteful with these things. I already had these for a different project and I ended up just like using what I had, but it's like, is this a good idea? I don't know. Or should I just offer this maybe for wholesale? Or if you are somebody that is a business who does wholesale and like purchase wholesale, is this kind of packaging necessary? I don't know. Otherwise, I mean, it's like great that my things are getting purchased, but no one knows what it is, like my brand, because like I don't have my name on my bookmarks. I don't know. I've been thinking about this with specifically wholesale and also with like stickers and stuff, maybe putting a stamp on the back that says my branding, so then it's a little bit easier for people to find me if you're buying from other places or just like even in person. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out that because I feel like bookmarks specifically are kind of hard. I feel like when I've gone to places, I've seen something like this where they have like a, you know, some kind of branding that shows who they are on their bookmarks. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because like in a perfect world, I'd have like the same type of thing on the back, but you want to see the back of it too. I don't know. Anyway, I'd love your input on this packaging situation because I do want to have a better packaging for my wholesale customers, and that's like a huge goal of mine this year is to have more wholesale orders, and I feel like it would be helpful if I had better packaging, especially stickers and bookmarks and those kind of small items. I'm gonna deal with Lavender really quick because hold on. Random thought, but I just wanted to kind of see if you guys have any opinions on smaller items that you're trying to sell. Obviously, like keychains and car coasters all have like packaging. I have packaging for pretty much everything else. It's just those two small items, and I just don't know how to package them. Same with my mugs too. Technically, like there's no logos or anything on it. I know some people have put like things on the bottom, but I know some people hate having a design on the bottom. I don't know. Anyway, that's my current predicament for branding things. Everything else is pretty much always labeled, but I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm going to get cozy. This might be where I end the vlog for today, just because I'm just gonna keep chatting unless I have something really exciting to show you, which is possible. But I think if I just really settle in and get a lot of stuff done, I'm gonna feel really good. I haven't applied to any markets today. I think that's gonna be tomorrow at this point. If I just sit down and like, that's what I dedicate my time to tomorrow, and content creation, I think I'll feel really good. So, but tonight I really wanna work on product designs and a lot of other stuff. I just have a lot on my brain and I wanna work. So, yep, okay, that's Tuesday. Let's end it here. Hello friends, and happy Wednesday, and welcome to another day in the studio. Today I am working on editing my 2025 small business goals and plan. I'm done editing. I'm just deciding to do a completely new intro and outro for my videos moving forward. So I'm working on that on Canva because they have a lot of good templates and widgets that you can kind of like make cute. So I'm working on that, and hopefully this video will be out this afternoon. I also did some editing in this that's different than my usual editing, and I am really excited about it. It's been fun trying some new things with these videos that I've been putting out. But yeah, so the video is almost done. On the agenda today is kind of the same as yesterday. We need to actually apply for markets. Yesterday we did not. I need to work on launch plans and designs and make some final decisions on things. I have done some more ordering for products, so I'm in a good spot. I'm feeling good. I think I'm gonna take a quick lunch break though, because it is noon. And then I'm gonna jump into finishing the graphic for this because I'm just having a hard time to making some decisions. So that's what's on the agenda today. I think we should just get into what I'm working on. Okay guys, so it is, oh my gosh, it's 3:30. This day has been so strange because it feels like I haven't accomplished a lot, but I know I have. So I made a whole new intro and outro and picked a new song for my videos. I'm really happy that it came out, and I made a new YouTube banner as well. I will be doing a new profile picture soon too, but it just takes a lot of time to make these things, and so I'm a little like, it just feels like I spent my whole day on this one video, but I know these are things that I'm like, in the coming, you know, weeks, months, I'm gonna be really grateful that I spent the time to make something really cute. And now I have a cute new intro and outro, which I'm so excited about, and I have a new little thing that I'm gonna put in for vlogs too, so you'll be seeing it in this vlog. So excited. Now I'm trying to figure out what to move on to because this day has like flown by. I think I'm gonna make or heat up some coffee and then figure out what my next step is, because I did not think it was gonna take this long with this, but I'm happy I did it. It was worth it. Sometimes you have to do some of these like back-end things that feel like they take a lot of time, but they're important to your business. So I'm gonna get some coffee and then figure out my next move. My video is uploading right now too, so I'm kind of I'm stuck at the moment trying to figure out what to do next. Happy Thursday, friends. We're back in the studio. Yesterday I ended up working on applications and getting quite a few market applications in, and then I got the video up, and so today it's kind of like a I don't know what to do with myself day. There's so many things to get done and just figure out, and it's just a lot of like thinking, if that makes sense. And so I think I'm gonna sit down. I've been kind of working out in the living room. The sun's out a little bit, so I've been like sitting at the window. It's been very nice. It's been so rainy in Seattle, and I definitely am missing sunshine. I also just had a hard time yesterday because all of the California fires have just been so close to my friends and my family and where we used to live that it's just been devastating to watch. And if you're somebody that's been dealing with that, I'm so sorry, and I hope you're okay and you're safe. Hopefully by the time this is up, those fires are gone, but it is pretty scary to see. Like, I lived there for 7 years and nothing like that. Like, the fires that happened, they were scary, and you know, I lived there when the camp fire in Malibu happened, as well as some that were pretty close to where I lived at one point. So I just, I've been watching it and checking in with friends and family, and I'm just, my heart goes out to everybody that's in LA right now. It's just terrifying. So yesterday was just kind of hard to also work through that and feel like things are normal, because if I was still there, like I only left a year ago, almost to the day, I guess it was like a little over a year now. And so, you know, that was my home for so long. So it is just hard to watch and hard to like, you know, I just can't believe the amount of destruction that has happened and the devastation of people losing their homes. And I'm just so sorry if any of you guys are going through that, or have family that are going through it. It's just terrible, and I hope that things get better really soon. So yeah, it's been a little hard to work through watching that happen and just, you know, checking in with my brother still lives there with his girlfriend. So it's just been a little scary. But besides the chaos that is the world, I've been trying to work on some product design stuff and just making some kind of like tough business decisions. It's been like a very interesting time. Last year, obviously, I had my best year in business. However, it's still a pretty small business, and the income that came in is great. However, it's just not, you know, enough to live on in the day and age. And so it's just trying to figure out budgeting, how much I want to put towards launches, how to get more traction. I know a lot of it is going to be me making content on social media, but I have been a little bit, I guess a little hesitant this week. I just haven't felt in the right headspace to be putting on a lot of content. And so I'm kind of just making this week my brainstorm and like, you know, be kind to myself week to try to get into everything since this is the first full week I'm in the shop. But yeah, as far as today, I think it's going to be more planning. I have a couple ideas for videos. I still kind of want to brainstorm some videos to work on. I know I need to start posting more on my socials. It's just been like, I don't know, I just haven't really been feeling super into it right now. I know I need to. It's just been hard. But anyway, I think we should just get into the day. Yeah, I think I'm going to work out in the living room for a bit more and just kind of keep working on my list. It feels strange because it is just me doing a lot of like research, you know, looking into products, figuring out things. Also my little bow is like falling. I have like a bow in my hair. It's like all productive work, but it does feel weird when you're not constantly making and like physically making things. I think I got, if I'm being honest, in like a routine of constant markets that my adrenaline was always going, and so when I stopped doing markets, it just felt like an immediate like drop in dopamine. And also I haven't had a sale yet this year, and that just feels really scary, but it is very normal for January and even February to be really slow. People spend money during Christmas and they're not really, you know, there's a lot of like, I'm not buying anything in January, and it's just a little scary. So I'm gonna try to come up with content and hopefully I will feel like making something. I don't know what yet. But yeah, it's just been one of those weeks where I know this is all productive work, but it is probably not exciting for the vlog, but I wanted to at least get back into vlogging and, you know, I keep it real with you guys. I am really excited to work on more candles. I have been kind of like brainstorming that. And I'm like, oh, I kind of need to restock some too. I'm out of my small business candles right now. And so I'm like, well, I should make some. Maybe that would help kind of like making things. It just feels very odd this time of year. And I know I'm going to be like missing this time because when it's in full season, like I was so exhausted. I was having a good time. I'm not saying I was like not, but it does feel a little like, whoa, this feels like nice and doable right now. So anyway, I'm gonna get into making things and hopefully I'll have a better report. Eli's also supposed to be off work a little bit earlier today, we'll hope. And then I might go on a coffee walk today. I'm also still trying to decide if I'm gonna go check out this retail store. I might just do it just to see. I probably won't be going forward with it with this specific location, but I feel like it's good practice to kind of like get into and check it out. So anyway, that's where my little update is today. Let's get into the day. Okay, so a little update for you guys. My hair has fallen. It's so flat. There we go. It's still flat. Anyway, it's been the whole day and I got to go for a coffee walk, which was the first one of the year, which was great because our coffee place has not been open. And, you know, I have been working on my schedule for this year for markets, and so we're in the process of a lot of applications, a lot of figuring out financially what to pay for, what's, you know, what's going on and how busy I want to be this year. So far we have quite a few confirmed events already, which is great, and just figuring out how many I want to take on and where I want to be. So if there's events that you guys want to see me at, or like you know, think would be a good fit, I'd love to know. I, for the most part, find my events all over the place. Like, I don't have like a one-stop shop for finding events. You definitely should be Googling these things, looking up on Instagram, Facebook, all the things. I don't really find a ton on Facebook, but I know people say they do. But basically, I'm going through and applying to a lot of the same stuff I did last year, as well as just like finding new events that I've maybe heard of, or, you know, yeah, anyway. That is kind of what I've been working on. It feels very strange to commit to your entire year. Like, the fact that it's January right now and I'm like, yeah, like I'm gonna be at this event in June. Like, that's such a commitment. So I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed because so many events are having applications right now. They want you to apply now. You have to pay now. Labby, come on. Labby, come on. And yeah, you have to like commit this early. So that just feels very exhausting, really freaking me out, as well as like trying to make decisions on my launches. I obviously really have a lot of dreams for all these launches this year, but just figuring out what makes sense and where to put it, as well as getting going on it. So this week has just been not an exciting for the vlog week, but it is just the reality. Like, you have to really sit down and figure all this stuff out, and the back end of it is not as exciting as like a girl would hope. But you know, I will say, if you're thinking about doing markets, definitely try to look right now. Like, it seems scary, but so many applications I'm finding opened now. Maybe they close in March, but like some of them are rolling, like they just accept people as they go. Other ones are like, no, we don't tell you till, you know, a week before. It's just like all over the place, and it's just better to start looking now and at least have an idea of what you want to apply to and put your like the deadlines down, so you don't miss it. Because I know that's frequently when I missed things last year, because I didn't realize the markets were like this, where you're applying. Like, there's a market I have on this spreadsheet right now. The application's open, closes in May, but it's for December. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to sign up for this December market in the next few months. It just feels very odd to be this far ahead and having to figure this out, especially when it's like bigger events that you're spending money on. But anyway, that's kind of what I'm up to. I'm gonna do a little more work on this and hopefully make some decisions on launches. I've come up with so many ideas. I just need to like commit to them and then set deadlines and start the ordering process and all that kind of stuff. We have some stuff ordered that will be here. Actually, I think I just got tracking for my books to get here, and I think the pens are getting here. I think it's closer to the middle to end of the month. That's gonna be a while anyway. I don't think I'm gonna have, I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm even gonna have a launch this month. We'll see. Just because it's just a lot of other stuff going on the back end that I need to work on that I just don't usually have time for. So anyway, that's my little update. Do a little more work and then get into cozies, and I should just be in here the rest of the evening, if I'm being honest. I keep getting distracted and like leaving my space, and I need to be here and get a lot of stuff done. There's so much to get done, you guys. Happy Friday. So it's about almost 11 o'clock and I had a little bit of a later start. I just was having some hard time sleeping last night, and so I was like, I'll sleep, and then I got up way too early and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna read. So I'm currently rereading Fourth Wing. I just finished Fourth Wing last night. I'm on Iron Flame rereading that, obviously in preparation for Onyx Storm, which I am so excited for. That being said, I am working on a reel right now, and it's something I haven't really done, where I'm basically making a video just talking about the January slump, because I feel like as small businesses, it's kind of obvious when you're looking at it like on paper, but when you're like living it, it feels very strange. I don't even know if this is the term of what people use. I'm just writing a little like almost kind of mini blog post for this reel, and basically putting like POV, let me open it. Oh my gosh. You don't have to make noise. I said POV, trying to run your small business and keep a positive mindset during the slowest month of sales of the year, which I think I need to work with the wording a little bit because it's a little wordy. And then I said read more below. And so I'm writing out basically talking about January slump, which I feel like is just this weird time that I personally hate. I felt it a little bit last year, but I also was like, I didn't have a ton of sales last year. It was, or like, you know, I guess the year before now, because we're in 2025. 2024, we did really well. 2023 was like our first successful year. At the end of the year, I had, you know, stuff go viral on TikTok, and I made a ton of TikTok sales, but on my like Shopify, I only made almost like 270 sales or something. Anyway, I feel like the January slump is basically this culmination of, one, sales are going to be way lower than they ever are because everyone spent money or too much money in December. They're not buying gifts. They're not really thinking about that anymore. And so there's usually like people making resolutions not to buy things, which is totally fair, but it is just scary as a small business because it's like you had this basically like rush of adrenaline, I feel like, of holiday sales. You're go, go, go. You're doing markets. And then all of a sudden January hits and you're excited because you're making all your goals, you're looking at markets, but like sales wise you're doing terrible. Like, I mean, I did take a little break online, I guess, for like 2 weeks for the website, and then I opened it up this week. We have not had a sale. We have had quite a few views over the last few weeks. I guess the week, it's only the 10th right now. On the website, we've had 404 sessions, so people like going on the site, but we haven't had any sales, and that's just kind of frustrating as like a person that lives off this income, because I'm like, okay, it's January 10th, I'm having to put a lot of money into markets and products and things, but sales aren't coming in because people aren't buying. And it's just kind of this weird slump time of, you're really excited for the year, you're excited what could happen and all the exciting things that could happen, but you're also like scared, because it does feel very scary to like go into this month kind of just knowing you're not, like, also you have to pay taxes. It's just like a terrible month. So I'm writing a little post trying to, one, make myself feel better, because it is just kind of this weird drop where I had a ton of adrenaline, I had a ton of things going on, it was go, 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 and now it's like dead. So it is very strange. But anyway, that's what I'm working on right now. Eli had a really early shift this morning, and so he's already coming back, which I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. But I'm hoping today I get brave and make some business decisions. I feel like he might even be here now. Business decisions, and I was like, I heard the car. And hopefully we'll have a good productive day. Yesterday was kind of a weird one, but I did get quite a bit done still. But I'm trying to be nice to myself. It's the first week back, so I'm just going to keep writing this little blog caption post, and then I'll post it to Reels. Okay friends, so I think this is where I'm gonna leave you for the week. I know it's been kind of a weird one where maybe not a lot has happened. I mean, we have accomplished getting into some markets, which is great, figuring out some launches, and trying to just get back in the swing of things. It feels very reminiscent of last year where I started doing vlogs and it felt kind of like I was being boring, so I was like, I don't have a lot going on, but this is the reality. Sometimes you gotta sit down and make those plans. So I think honestly the rest of the night I'm gonna put on an audiobook and continue to work, but just not film, because it's kind of the same old for this week. But yeah, I don't know, it's just kind of a weird time, and figuring out everything for this year just feels a little daunting, and committing to new things is a little scary, but hopefully next week is better as far as just like life. It's just been real rough, especially now that it sounds like TikTok's getting banned officially, which is like a huge hit to like the small business community and like creators in general. So many communities, and I'm feeling really bummed out about that. Yeah, I don't know, just the world this week, and honestly since November it's just been like a bummer. So I'm trying to be positive and focus on things I can control for now and, you know, having empathy for what I can't control that's upsetting me. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this week. I know it's very different than we've had in a very long time, but again, I'm happy I was able to film and you guys could be with me on this journey of learning and doing things. I definitely am feeling good though about my kind of like plans for launches and some future products, because I am gonna branch out and try to get some things manufactured. So we'll see how that process goes and how I like it. I'm kind of nervous to go through that. I've only done it once and it was kind of a strange experience where I definitely think I got ripped off, but now I like know more, so I'm hoping that won't happen again. But anyway, this is the first week of January, so like full week, and I feel like it can only go from here. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you all next time.